What is going on, guys? It is our Hammond Games here, and welcome back to the channel for another video. Hopefully you guys are having an awesome day. In today's video, we are going to be going over my top moments from 2021. Now, normally this would be like a podcast episode, especially since I'm about to start my podcast back up, but unfortunately, this is not going to make that podcast episode. So I wanted to go ahead and do this since, 2021 literally just ended. It's our first weekend of 2022, and I want to go ahead and get this out of the way. With that being said, next year's top moments will probably be in a podcast form, probably in December. So if you guys enjoy this, definitely go make sure that you subscribe to the channel and wait for that, because that's going to be fun. But long story short, my inspiration for this was I saw a lot of other people doing this type of video, just sitting down and talking about their top moments of the year. And I think that it's a really good way to look back at the year and how much you went throughout the year. I mean, when I sat down and thought about my top moments of 2021, this was like a crazy year for me. Last year was a wild year for me. There are some things that I completely even forgot about until I sat down and thought about it. So, but these are just the things that I compiled that are my favorite and top moments of the year. They're not really in any order, but I will be going through them as if it was an order base, but I wouldn't say one is like extremely greater than the other one, especially once you guys see what we have on this list. But last year was a extremely big year for me, and if I can, I will put pictures up on the screen of everything that I talk about for each topic that I go through, just to add like visually a little bit more things for you guys to look at. So we're gonna kick it off with an honorable mention. My honorable mention starts with a 21 Pilots concert that I went to. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I'm a huge 21 Pilots fan. I've actually been to 2 other concerts other than this most recent one that I went to, and it was so much fun. It was a lot of fun because 2021 actually opened up a lot for us to do since like the start of COVID and stuff like that. We were actually able to go to sporting events, and that was like our first like really big concert to go to, and it was a lot of fun. It was Lexi's first time seeing 21 Pilots, so that was special to me because of how much I love them, and she really enjoyed it and stuff like that. But it was an overall just really fun experience, and I really enjoyed it. It was a little bit more expensive than normal since they had to make up for it, but no, that was a really fun experience for me. I was really looking forward to seeing them, and actually this year, later on this year, we're actually going to another concert in May, so I'm super excited about that. I actually got her tickets to a concert for her birthday, so super excited to go to that. We'll probably be talking about that around this time next year, but the 21 Pilots concert was a lot of fun, and I had to come into my honorable mention spot. Coming into number 5, this is I combined 2 videos into one here. I might talk about more in my podcast episode this month, but it was one of my biggest purchases of 2021, and I was super excited about it once it happened. I have a whole story that I can tell about that one. So coming in at number 5 was finally getting my PlayStation 5. It was a long journey, as is probably most people, to get their PS5. If you guys have not gotten one yet, keep trying. You guys will get one eventually, I promise. But getting my PS5, I was so excited. I tried so many times during restocks and stuff like that to actually get it. And there was a day that I was at work, and I went on break, and while I was on break, I was following somebody on Twitter. Every time that they would tweet out, something just went live on so-and-so's website, you jump on, try to get it right away. Half the time it doesn't ever work, but this time for once it worked for me. So I was on break at work, got the notification that there was a restock at Best Buy. I got into it not thinking that I was gonna get one. I probably wasn't in the best place money scenario wise at the time, because this is right when me and Lexi moved in together, so starting to pay bills and stuff like that. But when I saw that I could add that PS5 to my cart, man, that was like instantly like, okay, I have to buy this right now. And funny enough, Lexi was kind of waiting until I could get my PS5 before she got her Xbox, and later on that day they did a restock on the Xbox. She got that, we went and picked it up together. But yeah, long journey to get a PS5, and I wanted to get it to really help out with streaming, because you guys know I stream. I wanted the upgrade of the games and stuff like that, so overall had to pick up a PS5. It was a long journey. I debated on switching to PC for a long time and realized that it was really hard to get PC components as well. So I just decided to stick it out, and eventually I got it. And like I said, it was a very feel-good moment. I remember how excited I was. I ran back in and told like 200 people at work, not even 200 people, but just people that I worked with, how like fired up I was about it. And you know, a week later going to pick it up, and now I have it and playing on it and stuff like that. It's amazing. I honestly thought that I probably wasn't going to get one until 2022. But like I said, guys, keep trying, because they're improving how they're doing the PS5 stocks and stuff like that, and I hope that here soon it does get into stores, so some of you guys can get it. I have seen the Xbox Series S in store now, so that's a step forward. But yeah, getting my PS5, that was a big one. My next one that I want to talk about almost took an entire month of 2021 to deal with, and I talked about it on the channel that I was going to do a story time video, and I never did. So this is kind of like your guys' summed up story time video with a little bit of pictures added in. This was me getting a new car / the car wreck that me and Lexi were in. So I guess we'll start with the car wreck and then move on to getting the new car, actually. So we were driving to go pick up t-shirts because we were going to a USA soccer game. That we had to get some food for Salem and stuff like that. So we were driving not even probably like 5 minutes away from our house. We had a car in front of us that was turning left, so obviously got to stop for that. I was at a complete stop. The guy behind us didn't see us, just rammed right into the back of my car. And you guys can see the pictures here. The damage was pretty bad. Me and Lexi both ended up okay, and I think that at the end of the day, that's all that really matters in my book. We were okay, he was okay, just the car wasn't okay. Actually, the car ended up being totaled. So, you know, I got to go through all that process. That was an interesting process. We waited for the cops to show up, had to write a report on it, and then had to go through like the guy's insurance company, get that piece all taken care of. They actually like obviously gave me money for the car, because it was totaled. And then from that point on, we went out to look for new cars, and I finally settled on a car. I was super excited about it. It is a fantastic car. I actually got a Honda Accord Sport Edition, so it is pretty sick. I'll put up pictures of the car right now. But yeah, it was an experience that I didn't think that I was going to have in 2021. Obviously, I don't think anybody, you know, plans on getting in a car wreck. I definitely didn't plan on getting a new car in 2021. But, you know, things happen. You know, life changes fast, and car wrecks are unexpected. And I'm glad that I'm not glad that I got to experience it, but looking back on it, I kind of am, because now, you know, I've had that experience. It definitely changes your perspective on a lot. Like, I was already a careful driver before that, and I'm definitely more of a careful driver now, just watching my surroundings to, you know, maybe be prepared next time a little bit better, even though there's really nothing I could have done. I couldn't really, you know, speed up to get out of the way, you know, go either side to get out of the way. The car was right in front of us, stopped. But that was a fun time. But I love my new car. Long story short, my new car is amazing. And it was a long time dealing with it, but I'm so glad that all that's over with now, and we're able to move on from it now. Coming in at my next spot, you guys probably know this, and you guys were probably shocked when I announced the news of it, was my Rogue Energy partnership. Yeah. So much happened in 2021, man. I was... Honestly, the videos that I was doing before I got to Rogue Energy, I was just super burnt out on. And I'm going to talk more about this in a podcast episode for you guys, so you guys will get the full story of, you know, why the sudden switch and stuff like that, but I'll kind of save that for then. But when I actually got to talk to Zach about getting the Rogue partnership, I was super excited about it, and, you know, he was super understanding about it. We went back and forth for a couple days about it. And he finally settled on that they would welcome me into the partnership program, and I was just super excited about that, and I haven't looked back since. It was a big, you know, stepping point for me, because I've been doing energy drink reviews here on this channel for a very long time, and just being able to get that opportunity to be partnered / sponsored by a company is amazing. And huge shout out to Rogue for giving me that opportunity. I really appreciate it, and I'm really enjoying what we have built so far, and I hope that we get to build more in 2021. Side note, if you guys do want to pick up any of Rogue Energy's stuff, tubs, shaker cups, anything like that, use code RHGames for 20% off. All that money goes back into helping out with channel upgrades and stuff like that. So it's awesome, you know, to see you guys using my code, and I'm super thankful that Rogue gave me the opportunity that they did. Coming in at my next spot. This was one of those things that is a huge thing in life, and I kind of keep forgetting that it happened in 2021. I guess it just feels like 2021 was such a long year after that happened. A lot happened after this happened, but in 2021, I graduated college, and that was a fun experience. I think that everybody should, you know, get a chance to experience college and stuff like that, but the moment that you get when you finally graduate was amazing, and let alone it was our first graduation since COVID happened. That was actually like face-to-face, so I was actually super thankful for that. It was obviously a little bit more, it was modified a little bit to where we didn't actually get to go up on stage and get our diploma. Our stuff, our whole packet that they would give you was on our seat, and technically you don't get your diploma on graduation day for college. But, you know, they just went through the list of names. You'd stand up, wave, sit back down. I mean, it was, at least it was something, right? But that moment of graduating college is a very surreal moment, because I feel like when you know you graduate college and you're done after that, there's no more school. There's no more anything. Like, you're on your own from that point on, and it's, you know, go find a job and stuff like that. So it was an exciting moment to be like, man, after all this time from elementary school to college, I'm finally done. But then it's kind of a scary moment once it sinks in. But overall, you know, I was excited. I was one of the first people in my family to graduate from college in obviously a very long time. So it was a huge, you know, deal in my family that I got to do that. Yeah, I don't know. College and graduation is a weird thing, but it happened, and yeah, I'm very, very excited to see what career-wise for what I went to school for, which was photography. I'm super excited to see where that's going to take me in my career path with it, and I think that it's going to end up being really good. And I don't think I've ever actually posted some of my photography here on YouTube, so I'll go ahead and put some up as I'm talking about this stuff. But yeah, it was a fun time in college. I'm glad that school's over, but I'm a little bit nervous about the future, but I'm also excited about it. Coming in lastly that I want to talk about, and it was probably the biggest thing that could have happened in 2021 to me, is I moved out. So now, you know, I talked about this earlier. I did a whole video about it, a whole live stream about it. Me and Lexi both moved out of our parents' house, and we live on our own now, and we have for, you know, we moved out in June. It's January now. I mean, we're coming up on the 1-year anniversary of us moving out really quickly. And it's been an amazing time. I've really enjoyed, you know, the living on your own thing. Of course I miss home. Everybody's going to miss home after they move out. But I've been enjoying it, you know. I have my whole studio that I have to myself now. You know, me and Lexi. I think that it was the right time to do it, and you know what's nice about it is, you know, we have the freedom and stuff like that, but we also, you know, have responsibilities now. We have to pay bills and stuff like that, but it's amazing. And you know, it was an interesting experience that felt, inside it felt right, but you know, we did kind of rush into it kind of quickly, but it was one thing that I was super excited about doing, and you know, that moment finally came, and you know, we're at where we're at now. We live on our own. We pay our bills. We get our own groceries. We do all this other stuff that, you know, you do once you move out. And I don't know. I think that it was a very interesting time in my life, being able to do that. You know, now we have all the, you know, adulting projects to do around the house, you know, that's going to be coming down to this year, and I'm super excited to see what we can do in the house, and you know, redesigning and stuff like that. So but moving out, you know, and getting to move in with Lexi and us together on our own was a lot of fun. Of course we have Salem too, but yeah, it was very interesting and a big life-changing experience for me. And yeah, that probably single-handedly was the biggest moment of 2021 for me. Alright guys, that's going to do it for me here in this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, smash the like button down below. Remember to subscribe to the channel for more videos. I want you guys to comment down below too. What was your biggest moment of 2021? Or even give me your 5 biggest. I don't really care. I honestly just enjoy reading the comments and stuff like that. So comment down below what your guys' top moment was of 2021. If you guys are going to pick up any Rogue Energy, remember to use code RHGames for 20% off. Other than that, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in Monday's video.